Hi.
How is everyone doing?
What do you wear to a vampire wedding? They all seem very fashion forward.
Very, very high necklines, I would think.
Yeah, I think so. But with like the big heart window, like right on the give you the boob window.
I don't know if that would work for me.
I mean, look at Soren.
I mean that's
y'all. Like they went full like Bishonen with him. I don't get it.
He is very pretty.
And I also appreciate that he's, obviously it's Magic the Gathering, so it doesn't have quite as big a following, but he's gotten like the same level of thirst from literally everyone, kind of in the same vein, I think, as Lady Dimitrescu.
Oh yeah.
Or Dimitrescu, I guess is how she pronounced it.
Yeah. May not be as tall, but still just as deadly.
They've been watching way too much anime.
Little bit.
So, what are we doing?
Okay, so every time that a new set comes out, whether we end up getting pre-release packs or we just get a big booster box, we always do our own little sealed event, in which Birdie tends to soundly thrash me. I think your record now is, as far as tournaments go, because we usually do three games. I think tournaments go, you are leading 4-0 right now.
You beat me once, but it was with the deck I constructed because you were like, I can't figure out what to do with this, and I just kind of scooped something together, and then you beat me with it.
That was one game though. I'm talking.
No, you beat me that tournament.
Oh,
you beat me
really?
twice. Yeah. It was a sound thrashing the first game. I beat you the second game, and then it was really tight the second game, and you came out ahead.
I'll take the win.
No, I'll take the win. I built the deck. So I'm technically 3-1.
Okay, all right. I'll give you 3-1. I'll take any wins anywhere I can get them. So we still don't. We only have one camera right now, so I think we're just going to crack our 6-packs, and we'll just go through what we have. Probably talk our way through, how we decide we're going to put everything together.
Yeah, we're not gonna like keep secrets from each other, or we're not the type to like build against each other. I'm more interested in building a deck that I think will be fun to play rather than.
And honestly, she doesn't really need that much help to go against me.
Nope.
So let's see what we've got.
May
we both find lands and spells?
we both find lands and spells. Here, have some ASMR.
Hi, Lawless. Hi, Owl. I don't know if I got to say hi, Owl. We opened a box of set boosters earlier, and those were much easier to get into than these.
Let's see, tokens? Is it smarter than you?
I think it's smarter than me. Now, gotta do... Hey, you said mank, which I imagine is high owl and duck speak. That's fair.
Also, love the representation. We have we have vampires of color.
Nice. Yeah. Help. Thank you, Desfeedy.
Welcome to Speedy. Right?
Okay. Daybound and nightbound tokens, get them out of here.
Land.
Human. Okay, so how do you feel about these lands?
I like them stylistically. They're beautiful. I like the art is striking. It's gorgeous. I have a hard time with them in actual play. Maybe it's because I'm playing in a dimly lit room, but especially if I'm playing a double color deck, or a multicolor deck, I have a hard time like recognizing what I've got on the thing, but just because all you get are the real slim borders.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're all in black and white. They're beautiful though. It's one of those things that, like, I hate that I don't like playing with them.
Wow, so I got 2 lands in that one? Alright. Oh. They've done... Ah, man, this has shifted the... They reversed the order of these packs.
Oh, because they're for draft.
They're for draft, yeah.
Well, what's your rare?
My rare, Patchwork Crawler. 1 and a blue for 1/2 zombie horror. Pay 2 and a blue. Exile target creature card from your graveyard and put a +1/+1 counter on Patchwork Crawler. And then it has all activated abilities of all creature cards exiled with it.
It's Poor Man's Evolve.
Or Mutate.
Mutate, that's it.
Yeah.
Mutate.
Can't really... I don't have a very fancy overlay for that. If you're showing cards, can you hold them a bit further back from the camera? It's not able to focus that one. Trying. It picks up activated abilities. It picks up, yeah, all activated abilities of all creature cards exiled with it. So say, let me go into, well, let's see what your rare is.
My rare is Dying to Serve. It's an enchantment for 2 and a black. Whenever you discard 1 or more cards, create a tapped 2/2 black zombie creature token. This ability triggers only once per turn. And apparently she has zombies that run her household.
You wonderful zombies.
Yeah, and they're not decayed. I haven't seen much decayed this go round. Probably because Giza was in the last set and her brother is in this set.
Mm-hmm. Which you did get to pull in your set.
I did. I pulled a Geralf, and I'm very happy about it. I'm gonna make a brother-sister deck.
So, okay, so going back to the Patchwork Crawler, say if this exiles the Heron of Hope, 3 and a white for a 2/3 bird,
Bird
with flying. If you would gain life, you gain that much life +1 instead. And this has 1 and white, and this gains life link until end of turn. Tell me if that's the right distance there, Owl.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. We're looking at a little thumbnail.
Yeah. Anyway, so a little further. Yeah, it's doing the smart focus thing. I don't have a very fancy DSLR. So say if the Patchwork Crawler exiles this then ends up getting the 1 and white to give it lifelink. Alright, so there's that explanation.
Next for me is a double-faced card, the Restless Bloodseeker.
Ooh, and that's one of those showcase cards.
Yeah, it's one of the fancy showcase art. The showcase art is super creepy, and I dig it. This is 1 and a black for a 1/3 vampire. At the beginning of your end step, if you gained life this turn, create a blood token. I like life gain shenanigans decks. Don't let the shirt fool you. I like this too, but I like life gain shenanigans decks. Sacrifice 2 blood tokens to transform Restless Bloodseeker, activated only as a sorcery. So it transforms into a blood-soaked reveler. So basically you pour blood on him and he goes crazy. At the end of beginning of your end step, if you gain life this turn, create a blood token. Pay 4 and a black. Each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life, and he turns into a 3/3.
Looks like your packs already want you to do life gain shenanigans.
Yeah, I mean, you don't always want to go too hard too early, but...
So here's an interesting one. Another double face card here. Oakshade Stalker. I've never... even with all the stuff that we pulled earlier, I hadn't seen this one before. I haven't seen this one yet.
2
and a green for a 3/3 human ranger werewolf. You may cast this spell as though it had flash if you pay 2 more to cast it. So flash for 4 and a green,
Damn.
and then daybound. So the nightbound moonlit ambusher, 6/3, shiny.
This is why I don't let you play green.
But I love green. Green is my jam.
I know. It's messy with all the creatures and shit. Well, speaking of green, Cartographer's Survey. 3 and a green for a sorcery. Look at the top 7 cards of your library. Put up to 2 land cards from among them onto the battlefield tapped. Put the rest of on the bottom of your library in a random order. But not your pool.
I want
Back off.
I do need that for my commander deck, though. Let's see, what else have we got here? Oh. Okay. Alright, here we go. Frenzied Devils. 4 and a red for a 3/3 devil with haste. And whenever you cast a non-creature spell, Frenzied Devils gets +2/+2 until end of turn. So maybe if I go Izzet, I might be able to use this thing?
I was talking about this card earlier, and I was sad that I didn't draw it.
And now you...
And now I've drawn it. The Bride's Gown.
Oh.
So as a reminder, we have been invited to a wedding. That's the premise of this set. There's 2 vampires getting married.
What could possibly go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong? I am at least glad to see that she's not wearing white to her wedding, because with all that blood floating around, it's just begging for trouble. Bride's Gown. 1 and a white for an artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +2/+0, and it gets an additional +0/+2 and has first strike as long as an equipment named the Groom's Finery is attached to a creature you control. Equipped for 2. I don't know that we've opened the Groom's Finery.
I don't think so. Let's see.
Oh, I should show the art.
I'm probably... is it good? Yeah, Al, you're definitely right about flash on werewolves to cast on the opponent's turn. Yeah, you definitely got some good white-black going already.
That's one of my favorite combinations.
I have...
Though I play a lot of green lately. It's been weird.
I think we're probably just gonna... What should we do? Should we just focus on rares and uncommons, and then if there's any common that looks interesting, we bring it up?
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Because we've got 6 packs to get through.
I mean, we can like read them real quick, but actually show them.
Yeah. Lawless got the gown and the finery. Great.
Well, you're all ready to go to the wedding. Enjoy. Don't get eaten.
Skulking Killer. 3 and a black for a 4/2 vampire assassin. When it enters the battlefield, target creature and opponent controls gets -2/-2 until end of turn if that opponent controls no other creatures. So what am I, just supposed to do a board wipe first? Or... Some of these I really have no idea how I'm going to play them. Let's see.
I like this one. It's a common, but I want to show it off just because I really like it. Kindly Ancestor. I really like this art. I like the fluff with it. It's a 2 and a white for a 2/3 spirit with lifelink and disturb, and it says in the flavor text says you look cold, dearie, and it's a little old grandma spirit crocheting or knitting or something. She's crocheting. And then the flip side is the Ancestor's Embrace, and it's an enchantment. Enchanted creature has lifelink. And it says, "Thank you, grandmother, I love you too." And it's her granddaughter out in the fields tending her sheepies. She has the little shawl.
That's such a wonderful touch. I love the story in the art like that.
There's another one from oh damn.
Was Midnight Hunt or
yeah, from Midnight Hunt, that was the It was someone and their dog,
Oh,
and the
right.
dog could see spirits, and so like when the hound's master died, the hound could still see the hound's master's spirit. It was so sweet.
Oh. Let's see. I already showed you the Current of Hope.
Ooh, more land grabbing mulch.
Oh, I like that one.
Another
Uh,
rural recruit. That's the hardest card in the word to
oh.
spell or say. This one brings up something new to Midnight or to Crimson Vow. Something called training, which is basically reverse mentor. Whenever this creature attacks with another creature with greater power, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. With mentor, it was the other way around.
Where it was like if this creature is attacking with something of lesser power, put a +1/+1 counter on that creature, not the one with mentor.
Correct.
Right. Okay, I love this one. Yes, it's a common, but I love the this is going in one deck at some point. Serpentine Ambush. 1 and a blue for an instant. Until end of turn, target creature becomes a blue serpent with base power and toughness 5/5. No, no, no.
See, I got a Sure Strike.
Oh, that's nice.
Red instant +3/+0 until end of turn on something.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I do want to get into, just because the vampires are this flavor, is I want to do some Rakdos. I don't. That is not an archetype I've really gotten into too much. I'm a little chicken of playing that fast and loose with my life total. But in this set, there's a lot of black. They lose life, you gain life, and so I feel like I could balance that the life loss that you have to do with Rakdos, because basically your life total is a second mana pool.
Mm-hmm. You like having more than one thing as a resource.
I do enjoy that. I always like playing graveyard decks. I like playing stuff that I like a lot of counter life gain shenanigans, because I also like having a life total over 40. It's great.
We really need to get you to play more Commander. That way you can start with 40.
Yeah, and then I life total of about 60 would be nice.
Okay,
Always more.
I found one of your favorite cards of this set. Bleed Dry.
Oh, yes.
2 and 2 black for an instant. Target creature gets -13/-13 until end of turn, and if it dies, if the creature dies, exile it. It's just
Schlarm.
I love the 13. I love playing into that number. Let's see. Toxic Scorpion. I'm starting to think I might end up having to do. Oh yeah, that's enough to kill the big butt. The 113. Oh my god, I saw that.
We've opened like 2 of those.
Yeah. What as Voldaran Phalanx, I believe it is.
Yeah.
Power 1, toughness 13. I'm starting to think I may have something. I may start going some blood token stuff. I've got the ceremonial knife.
You open the ceremonial knife. I want it.
1 for an equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+0 and has, whenever this creature deals combat damage, create a blood token. And then equip for 2. I mean, that's just not that's not bad at all. All right. Pack number 2.
Yep.
We're gonna be here a minute. Come on. I'm gonna try to.
Okay, starting from the back this time.
Ah, yeah, there we go.
Hey, Lightning Wolf. We've opened a few of these.
Hey, I got one. Uh-oh. Diregraph Scavenger. More opponents losing 2 life and you gain 2 life.
I don't like that. I don't like that you have it. Let me rephrase. I only like those things when I have them.
Uh-huh.
Otherwise, it sucks. Oh, it's miserable to play against. But that's what made it so fun.
Oh, you got to talk about, what was it? Training. So I'm gonna bring up exploit.
Ah, yes,
So,
returning mechanic.
Yeah. Is it really a returning mechanic?
Yeah, exploit was in... I don't remember. But they talked about it.
Okay, Stitched Assistant. 2 and a blue for a 3/2 zombie with exploit. So it's sort of like an additional casting cost. You sacrifice a creature that you already have, which is great for those 2/2 zombies.
My tokens.
And so when Stitched Assistant exploits a creature, scry 1, then draw a card. No, that's it. Exploit. I mean, it seems fun if you're doing an aristocrats deck. I don't know if I would be able to pull that off in limited, but we'll see.
Depends on how many things you get to you get that say and create a zombie too.
You're
I'm holding
something there.
Yeah, I got a blood fountain, which is a black for an artifact. When it enters the battlefield, create a blood token, and then you can pay 3 and a black and tap it, sacrifice it, return up to 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Oh no.
Ooh, I hadn't
Yep.
seen...
Yep. I think this is like the 3rd card I've gotten now with blood tokens.
Oh yeah, you're probably going blood tokens.
Vampire's Kiss. 1 and a black for sorcery. Target player loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Create 2 blood tokens. Here, just let me get that neck right there.
Ooh, speaking of teeth, Gift of Fangs. Enchant creature, gets +2/+2 as long as it's a vampire. Otherwise, it gets -2/-2, which I'm guessing means it says enchant a creature.
A creature.
So I could put this on somebody else and kill something, essentially, for 1 black. What a steal.
Oh, I got one with so it's removal or buff. It just depends on the situation. I got one with Cleave. Do you want to talk about Cleave or do you want me to talk about Cleave?
You can talk about Cleave.
Okay. This one is Fierce Retribution, 1 and a white for an instant, and it has Cleave for 5 and a white. Cleave is weird. It's a different casting cost. So regularly, if this didn't have it, 1 and a white for destroy target attacking creature. But if I pay the Cleave cost, I don't know if it'll read, probably not. There's some words with brackets in there. So if I pay Cleave, it's destroy target creature. And it's a white spell.
Yeah, white's got some removal this go round, which makes me happy because I like playing white.
Oh, geez. Looks like I might be going Rakdos.
You're stealing what I wanted to do. It's okay. I drew tons of Rakdos this afternoon. I'm gonna make myself build a Rakdos vampire deck with lots of blood tokens and lifesteal and all of that good yumminess.
Oh.
And definitely throwing what is it? Dogged Pursuit from Kaldheim in there.
Oh wow.
Which basically says at the end of your turn they lose 1 life and you gain 1 life. And
yeah,
so that's like on your end step, essentially you can like trip all of your anytime you gain life they lose life crack.
Oh. Oh. Oh my. So my one of my uncommons, Magma Pummeler. X and 2 red for a 0/0 elemental. It enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it. If damage would be dealt to Magma Pummeler while it has a +1/+1 counter on it, prevent it and remove that many counters from it. When 1 or more counters are removed this way, it deals that much damage to any target. You're gonna shock me? All right, I'll take that too, and I'll fling it right back at you.
All right. I drew one. We saw this one this afternoon, but I really like it. Thinking I might end up having to go green. Dormant Grove, 3 and a green for an enchantment. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on a target creature you control. If that creature has toughness 6 or greater, transform Dormant Grove. So it'd be good for counter stack.
Mm-hmm.
Gnarled Grove Strider, Treefolk. Vigilance, and other creatures you control have vigilance. 3/6.
I'm really gonna have to retool my green-white commander deck. It's got
That could be fun.
That commander deck that I have. It's green-white. It uses the unicorn from Commander Legends that, like, whenever a creature comes into play with a +1/+1 counter, it gets an additional one or something like that. And then I use the Ozolith from Ikoria. So if you destroy a creature and it has counters on it, counters of any kind, whether it's like +1/+1, vigilance, trample, life gain, or life link, anything like that, those counters get taken and stored on the Ozolith. And then when you move to attack, you can take all those counters and put it on an attacking creature. It's very nice. Oh no, Owl having to reinstall Arena.
I got my rare is Olivia's Attendants. Olivia being the bride in the wedding. Those are some bitchin' bridesmaids dresses. 4 and 2 red for a creature, vampire. With Menace.
Menace.
That would be menace for those that actually speak English. Whenever Olivia's attendants deal damage, create that many blood tokens. 2 and a red, Olivia's attendants deal 1 damage to any target. It's a 6/6.
Ooh.
I guess they're all 2/2s and they just all amalgamate together because there's 3 of them.
Oh, right.
Look at those bridesmaids dresses, man. I'd wear the shit out of that.
So my rare, Voldaren Bloodcaster.
You're gonna have to play black and I'm mad about it.
1 and a black for a 2/1 vampire wizard with flying. Whenever it or another non-token creature you control dies, create a blood token. Seeing a lot of blood token here. Whenever you create a blood token, if you control 5 or more, transform Voldaren Bloodcaster into Bloodbat Summoner. A 3/3. Okay, well first let me show Voldaren Bloodcaster. What do you think about that dress?
It's a look.
That's going really, really big with the shoulders.
Yeah, everybody is. They're gonna have I hope everybody has double wide doors.
So Bloodbat Summoner, a 3/3 vampire wizard with flying. At the beginning of combat on your turn, up to 1 target blood token you control becomes a 2/2 a black bat creature with flying and haste, in addition to its other types. And the big pointed teeth. Wow. This does not happen. This doesn't happen for me. Usually, like, I get an even spread in my pulls, and I don't know which direction to go.
That's what's happening to me. I have no idea where I'm gonna go yet. But who knows? I mean, there's... How many more packs?
We've got 4 more packs. Hey, I'm getting better at these.
Alright.
Get that out of
here. Ooh, I got a Serpentine Ambush. Ooh. Grizzly Ritual.
I just pulled that too.
5 and a black, destroy target creature or planeswalker, and create 2 blood tokens. It's expensive, but you get shit. Remember, kids, reduce, reuse, reanimate.
Aww. Come on, just say it. Aww.
Oh, I opened one of those too.
Cradle of Safety. 1 and a blue for an enchantment aura with flash. To enchant creature you control. When enchanted creature gets +1/+1, when it enters the battlefield, enchanted creature gains hexproof until end of turn. And is a BB.
I'm gonna eat the baby.
I think that's the whole point of it's not eating this baby. Not eating this one in particular. Oh, right. Zombie.
Ooh, Scattered Thoughts. This is good graveyard fodder. 3 and a blue for an instant. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. Put 2 of those cards into your hand, and the rest into your graveyard. Fun.
Flame Blessed Bolt. Good removal. 1 for an instant. It's basically a shock that targets a creature or planeswalker, and if they die, exile it. Save those.
No, I did draw the Puppo card though.
Oh, the Puppo card?
You're saying that we thought we were saying aw unironically at the puppy card.
No.
I did draw one though. The Pack Song Pup.
Oh, right. Let's see. Oh, this is hilarious. I love this. Lantern Bearer.
Oh, that's a great card.
It's a blue for a 1/1 spirit with flying and disturb for 2 and a blue. And on its backside is Lantern's Lift. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 and has flying. All that wonderful stuff. So So here comes the Lantern Bearer. And like, okay, I've got these lanterns. Get your lanterns here. And then someone else gets them and they start flying. It
is a very good card too.
Let's see. Green's just not really that interesting for this pull. Let's see.
Well, I like this. Estwald's Shield Basher, 3 and a white for a human soldier, 4/2. Whenever it attacks, you may pay 1. If you do, it gains indestructible until end of turn.
Ooh. Undead Butler.
Oh, this is a good card. I've seen this.
1 and a black for a 1/2 zombie. When it enters the battlefield, mill 3 cards. I'm not too happy about that, especially in limited. But,
graveyard deck.
Yeah. When it dies, you may exile it. When you do, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. So hopefully, there'll be something in your graveyard worth bringing back.
Okay. Archghoul of Thraben.
Ooh.
2 and a black for a zombie cleric. 3/2. Whenever it or another zombie you control dies, look at the top card of your library. If it's a zombie card, you may reveal it and put it in your hand. If you don't put the card in your hand, you may put it in your graveyard. And suddenly the tide turns back to maybe black on black.
That's kind of a scary thought. Winged Portent. First off, I drew 2 rares.
Nice.
And one of them's a foily. Winged Portent, 1 and 2 blue for an instant. With Cleave for 4, and then green and blue. So draw a card for each creature, and then in brackets with flying, you control. I see this and I think of Prey by Michael Crichton. Oh god, it bothers me.
Oh yeah. I got a foily Blessed Herrengeist.
Well, that's pretty. Swamp. Okay. So the other foil that I got, which is a rare, Demonic Bargain.
Oh, yeah, this is good.
2 and a black for a sorcery. Exile the top 13 cards of your library. Then search your library for a card. Put that card into your hand, then shuffle.
A card. A card. That would be amazing in Commander.
Yeah.
That's the second one I think we've gotten, too. That'd be amazing in Commander.
It's so pretty. I would not want to run this in limited because we only have 40 cards. I'm not exiling 13 of them. Why are you looking at me like that? What did you... Oh, no. What did you pull? Are you kidding me?
Turns out I'm playing black after all. That would be the Planeswalker. Mr. Soren Markov, Bishiness himself.
Oh my god.
Soren the Mirthless. 2 and 2 black for a legendary Planeswalker.
What's his loyalty?
His loyalty is 4.
Okay.
Uptick 1, look at the top card of your library. You may reveal that card and put it into your hand. If you do, lose life equal to its mana value. -2, create a 2/3 black vampire creature token with flying and lifelink. -7, he deals 13 damage to any target and you gain 13 life.
Oh my god.
I'm so excited, you guys. And suddenly I'm playing black again.
It's really adorable, and I'm frightened at the same time.
Mazel tov.
Yes, a blessing on your house.
It's your house too. Oh, I like this one. Another one of my favorite black cards in this set, just because of the simplicity of it. It will make playing black much you're a little more toothsome up front because sometimes black can be a little fragile. Doomed Dissenter, 1 and a black for a 1/1 human. When Doomed Dissenter dies, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. So basically, like, you kill it and it's going to come back as something tougher.
So you could use that. You could use that as a sack outlet, or you could chump block.
Chump block with it. It's, or if somebody's like, oh, I'm gonna, pew your only thing so that you don't have a blocker anymore. Like, yeah, okay, and then I'm gonna get a 2/2. I get something bigger. I'm not necessarily specifically a fan of Soren. It's just that is a really, really good card. It's also really, really rare. And, I guess I'm playing black.
Like, we will probably put that in a sleeve regardless.
Oh.
Another blood token thing for me. I got Blood Servitor.
Oh, the art on this one is so good.
3 for a 2/2 artifact creature construct. When it enters the battlefield, create a blood token. And it's just... I mean, just look at that art. It's just... bleh.
Yeah, the art's super creepy. I love it.
Just write generic Kieran Sully and creep. I mean...
That's... I love that flavor of creep.
Yeah.
I like villains where it's like, I understand your goals, I don't understand your methods. Those are always, which Kieran Sully, that's, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like this one. This is very red, but it's also very, it's a braid. It's an instant for 1 and a red, either deals 3 damage to a target creature or destroy target artifact. I like the flexibility.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah,
I like things that give you choices. That let you, like, kind of... It's almost like having a sideboard on board.
We saw a lot of that in Forgotten Realms, of just like, okay, where it's you come to a fork in the road, or I forget which one of them, like those type of cards where it's you find or you do this, and it's like choose one. It's almost like an adventure in and of itself. Yeah, you see a bear of goblins, etc. Yeah. Here we go again. Blood-Crazed Socialite. 3 and a black for a 3/3 vampire with Menace.
Oh, I love this card.
When it enters the battlefield, create a blood token. When it attacks, You may sacrifice a blood token. If you do, it gets +2/+2 until end of turn. And it's even got that wonderful showcase
Such good
art.
Jesus.
Gosh, just
Have you done Alchemist's Retrieval yet?
Don't think so. I don't think I've pulled.
This is a good one. 1 and a blue with cleave for an instant. Cleave, or no, excuse me, it's just 1 blue for an instant with cleave, 1 and a blue. Return target non-land permanent you control to its owner's hand. And the you control is what's in brackets. So if you pay the cleave cost. What is with this set and the tongue twisters? Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. So it can be, you know, will you kindly fuck off? Or, I mean, you also could use it for yourself to clean off a curse. If you know the person's running curses, this might be a good sideboard tactic to have on board, because it's 1 blue to save your ass.
This is basically a really awkward way to reskin Kicker.
Kind
yeah.
of. Yeah, I think they mentioned that on Tap Concede. I like it though, because I feel like they really didn't lean into it too hard. I think they're wanting to see how well it does, and if they can do fuckier things with it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like I like that it's not paying additional, it's just paying a different casting cost.
Yeah.
Of just like incorporating more choices. It's sort of like I feel like there are a lot of choices that these are making the player decide on. Again, feels very much reminiscent of Forgotten Realms, of, okay, you play this card and then you get to make a decision. With this, it's, okay, do you pay the regular cost? Do you pay the cleave cost? It's all about choices, and I love it.
Did you go through Blood Crazed Socialite? That's a really good card.
Yes, yeah, that was my showcase one. I love this art. I love this art. Aim for the head.
This art is so good.
2 and a black for sorcery. Choose one. See, we're back to choices again.
Yeah.
Exile target zombie, or target opponent exiles 2 cards from their hand. Interesting exiling from the hand, but I love this art. This art is so funny.
Take a shot. This is great. I like that there are some things in here that, even though we're doing like super dark horror, there's like some stuff in here that's both really touching and then just amazingly silly. Speaking of, the Voldaran Epicure, 1 red for a vampire. When it enters the battlefield, it just deals damage to each target opponent. Hello, Commander Playable. And create a blood token. But what I love most about it is the flavor text. If you're not refining your taste, what's the point of living forever? And I feel that in my soul.
So like
that's been planning Thanksgiving dinner for a month.
In amongst everything else that you've been doing. Okay, we did not pull this once in our set boosters. Nature's Embrace.
I did pull one.
You did pull one? Okay.
You didn't give me that one, though.
No. Mine. May not even play green.
I know, so it's wasted on you.
2 and a green for an aura. Enchant creature or land. As long as enchanted permanent is a creature, it gets +2/+2. As long as enchanted permanent is a land, it has tap to add 2 mana of any one color. Excuse me, what about the man lands in Commander?
Yeah.
Throw that on there, and then, I think it's going to be a creature this turn. Instant buff.
Right.
That's beautiful.
Reckless Impulse. I don't think we saw this one.
No, I don't think so.
It's a sorcery for 1 and a red. Exile the top 2 cards of your library. Until the end of turn, you may play those cards. So that's very is it.
Now
do not make an is it joke.
Thank you. I'm glad that we got there on that.
Thank you. Yes.
Now it does say you may play those cards. You still have to. I believe the rule is you still have to pay the casting cost for that.
Yes,
The
but
only
it just it increases your hand size for a hot second.
right. Like I think the only way that you would be able to get around it is if it actually says you may play it without paying its casting cost. I only say that because I've made that mistake a few times.
I like
Out.
out. I already made the joke. It's mine now. Ooh, Siphon Essence.
Oh, hello.
It's a counter that makes a blood token.
Ooh. I look over there, distraction. Parasitic Grasp. This is fun.
That art.
Yeah, 1 and a black for an instant, or cleave for 1 and 2 black. Parasitic Grasp deals 3 damage to target human creature. You gain 3 life. Yeah, that
What
art.
color is that?
Black.
There's a serious Orzhov life gain bullshit deck. Okay, I love this one. I'm just gonna hit it really quick. It's
go
1
for it.
green for mini giant growth, but it's giant growth and trample. And my favorite thing is the art. It's a snail. It's a giant snail.
Oh my god, that makes me okay. If we don't pull it, we have to we'll have to pull it out of our stash. The millipede. We've got to show. Oh, the millipede is so funny.
I was so angry when I opened that card. So angry. Like staring existential horror, bad joke, angry. Ooh,
okay,
I got both. Boy, talk about the archetype I don't play. Markov Waltzer, 2, a red and a white for a vampire with flying and haste. That's fun. I don't play that crap. That's like hardcore. I don't play red that much. That's kind of my big one that I'm just like, meh.
Like
It's not my bag.
Like the only time you're gonna play red is if it's usually paired with white. I mean,
No,
black.
black. I was gonna say that one is specifically the one I don't do because I don't even do white that often unless it's paired with something. I don't do like a pure white deck, and I don't do much like Azorius. That's not my bag.
Mm-hmm.
I am mono black. I like black blue, black white.
Sometimes black
Sometimes
green.
black green. I've got a I don't even know what the hell it is. It's a kick him in the face deck right now because it doesn't really have a focus. It just kind of. One of the things when I build a deck, I don't like to focus on it having a single win condition. That makes me really uncomfortable. I like to know that I can win. I feel like I've built a successful deck when I can win in multiple ways. And I don't need like a very specific opening hand or a very specific board state to like get the clockwork to go off. I can just mow you over no matter what.
That's something that I have a hard time grasping. I usually like, okay, let me focus on one trick, and I'm going to focus on this trick very, very well. And oh no, it's turned into a linchpin.
Oh, hell yeah. Hero's Downfall. 1 and 2 black for an instant. Destroy target creature or planeswalker. It's murder, only it's not.
Okay, here's some interesting stuff that I'm probably never going to play. Brine Comber?
Oh, I drew like 5 of those. I have a foily one.
Oh, maybe you can help me figure out how to work.
I don't fucking know. I looked at it and I was like, yeah, never playing this.
1 white blue for a 1/1 spirit. When Brine Comber enters the battlefield or becomes the target of an aura spell, create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying. Okay, sure. Just spits out a whole bunch of creatures.
And there is an archetype in this one that is just Spirit Mania.
Yeah. Disturb for white and blue. And on the backside, it's Brinebound Gift, and it's just an enchantment that does the same thing.
Yeah, so the deal with this one is there is a deck out there that is basically kind of in the same way that there's life gain shenanigans and there's counter shenanigans. This one there is kind of an archetype right now that is when spirits enter the battlefield or spirits do things shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever's the Dolorosa, the haunted victim or whatever it is.
Yeah,
you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah,
can't remember that. It's a dual faced card. I think that's the commander that they use. Here's a fun one. Gutter Skulker. 3 and a blue.
I'm sorry. I thought for a second you were gonna say gutter snipe, and
No,
I
it's a dead gutter snipe.
Oh.
3 and a blue for a creature, spirit. Can't be blocked as long as it's attacking alone. It's a 3/3. And then you disturb it, and it's a gutter shortcut. Enchanted creature can't be blocked as long as it's attacking alone. It's kind of cool.
All right, Wandering Mind. This is definitely going into one of my red-blue decks. 1 blue-red for a 2/1 horror with flying. When it enters the battlefield, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal a non-creature, non-land card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest in the bottom of your library in a random order. It's did the joke again. Oh, please. It has
Wandering. Slurp, slurp, slurp. Investigator's Journal. I was hoping I would draw this.
Oh,
This
no.
is a big old bundle of clue tokens. It's 2 for an artifact. Clue. It enters the battlefield with a number of suspect counters on it, equal to the greatest number of creatures a player controls. This would also seem like it would be very, very, very good in Commander. If you're playing against somebody with a deck that shits tokens. 2 and tap, remove a suspect counter, draw a card. So it's a clue. And then 2 and sacrifice it to draw a card. So basically you tear pages out of it, essentially. You determine how many pages it has, and then you tear pages. It's pretty cool. I like it.
I was gonna try to make a joke about like the upcoming sets, and I couldn't get there. Cemetery Gatekeeper, my mythic. Wow. 1 and a red for a 2/1 vampire with first strike. When it enters the battlefield, exile a card from a graveyard.
I don't like that.
Whenever a player plays a land or whenever a player plays a land or casts a spell, if it shares a card type with the exiled card, Cemetery Gatekeeper deals 2 damage to that player.
Hey, look, a distraction.
Nope.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Fuck.
So I think the best thing to do would be like, I'm gonna figure out what colors you're running, and then I'm going to hopefully pick a color that's not in my mana pool.
No, it's not color. It's card type.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like I'm gonna see, oh, are you playing black green? I'm gonna play black red, and I'm gonna target one of your forests and shut down or at least make you think twice about forests. So I'll just
land or cast a spell.
Yep. So I could exile a forest from your graveyard, and then every time you play a forest.
I don't like that at all. That's some bullshit.
Yeah.
That's some bullshit on cheesy biscuits. Ooh, I got a ceremonial knife. Yay. That's the one that makes blood tokens. Ooh, this is new. Selhoff Entomber. 1 and a blue for a zombie. 1 and a 3. It's a 1/3. Tap it to discard a creature card. Draw a card. Graveyard shenanigans. Yeah. I like that, because that's something you could play really early and build, it's like, oh, fuck me, I drew my 7/7 that costs 1 billion mana. For Kaylee to eat later.
I threw one of those token cards that you can use for day and night. Threw it on the ground and it bounced underneath the bed.
Yeah, so Kaylee can eat it.
Yeah, because that's exactly what she'll do. Let's see. Okay. Here. A braid. Needed that.
Oh yeah, I drew one too.
Selhoff and Tumor. Yeah, there we go.
Nice.
Oh!
We might be the mirror match. What did you draw?
The Rot Tide Gargantua.
God damn it, no! You're not allowed. That's my archetype.
3 and 2 black for a 5/4 zombie kraken with exploit. When it exploits a creature, each opponent sacrifices a creature. Bleh. Oh. Bleh.
Friend of Hope.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, Spore Crawler. That's nice.
Oh, great. Thanks, Owl. There's at least one zombie kraken in Tolus.
Crack-a-Lich has a nice ring to it. No, it doesn't.
Oh, jeez. Oh, lawless. Fear of death. One in a... It's the story of my life in playing against Birdie here. One in a blue for an enchantment aura. Enchant creature. When Fear of Death enters the battlefield, mill 2 cards. Enchanted creature gets -X/-0, where X is the number of cards in your graveyard.
Ooh. Edgar's Awakening. 3 and 2 black for a sorcery. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. When you discard Edgar's Awakening, you may pay 1 black. When you do, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. That's nice. Like that. What'd you draw?
Syncopate.
Ooh, I drew one too.
Blue and X for a counter spell unless opponent pays X.
Okay, I got one. This is a really... I was talking to you about this because I drew a few of them during when we were cracking earlier. Boarded Window. 3 for an artifact.
I don't remember this one.
Creatures attacking... Get this. Creatures attacking you get -1/-0.
Okay, makes sense because the creatures are trying to get through the window and you've boarded it. Okay.
At the beginning of each end step, if you were dealt 4 or more damage this turn, exile the boarded window.
They broke through the window.
Because they broke through it.
That's beautiful.
It's just good flavor.
Estwald Shield Basher. 3 and a white for a 4/2 human soldier. Whenever it attacks, you may pay 1. If you do, it gains indestructible until end of turn. Because it's showing its shield. That ain't a shield. This is a shield. Crack-a-Lich sounds like either a disease or a snack. Disease or snack, aboleth name, or
benzodiazepine. Yeah. Okay. Again, remember I was saying, like, I like that in this super horror set, there's also, like, cute, sweet things. Mischievous Catgeist. 1 in a blue for a cat spirit. And it's a 1/1. Whenever Mischievous Catgeist deals damage to a player, draw a card. And it has a disturb cost, so when it dies, it turns into Cat-like Curiosity, which is an enchantment aura. Enchanted creature has, whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Oh, look at the art!
It's a kitty. It's a good kitty.
It's a kitty! I love it so much!
Oh my. Crawling Infestation. 2 and a green for an enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may mill 2 cards. Whenever 1 or more creature cards are put into your graveyard from anywhere during your turn, create a 1/1 green insect creature token. This ability triggers only once each turn. Still. Like...
Old Rutstein is a legendary creature. This is my rare. 1, a black and a green. For a legendary creature human peasant, it's a 1/4. When Old Rutstein enters the battlefield or at the beginning of your upkeep, mill a card. If a land card is milled this way, create a treasure token. If a creature card is milled this way, create a 1/1 green insect creature token. If a non-creature, non-land card is milled this way, create a blood token. That's interesting.
I would say that I need to distract you, but I'm probably not going black-green. Should you crack more of your stuff or hold on to some for some limited shenanigans? Well, I will say this. We're only cracking 6 packs for our limited stuff. We've still got another 24 packs that are off screen. So, Lawless, if you're wanting to hang on to some limited stuff, we'll hang on to it.
We'll hang on to a round and do we could do some sealed or maybe draft.
Oh man, that'd be interesting to get a draft going. Draft. Let's see. Ooh, Rending Flame. Did we talk about Rending Flame already?
Yes.
Okay,
I don't
good.
know if we talked about it on here, but yes, I've
Okay.
gotten it.
Two in a red for an instant, deals 5 damage to target creature or planeswalker. If that permanent is a spirit, it also deals 2 damage to that permanent's controller. I just love the art on
Yeah,
that.
the
It's
art's
just
beautiful.
let's see. I don't, I'm running blue. Okay, my rare ill-tempered loner, 2 and 2 red for a 3/3 human werewolf. When it's dealt damage, it deals that much damage to any target. Oh my.
Yeah.
Pay 1 in red, it gets +2/+0 until end of turn. And daybound, so the night side is Howlpack Avenger. It's a 4/4 with the same ability. And oh boy.
Woof. Literally.
That's last pack.
Last pack.
It's not the same. Oh shoot, thank you, Owl. Whenever a permanent you control is dealt damage, Howlpack Avenger deals that much damage to any target.
Oh, so yeah, if you cast a board wipe.
Oh Jesus.
Eek. Cheers.
Oh. Let's see.
Did we talk about exploit?
We did.
Okay. I drew my first card with exploit, so that tells you why.
I got my second ceremonial knife.
Ooh, I drew a Diagraph Scavenger. Black is suddenly a lot better.
Scattered Thoughts, 3 and a blue for an instant. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. Put 2 of those cards into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. Great in constructed. I don't know if I'd run it in limited. Pointed discussion. 2 and a black for a sorcery. You draw 2 cards, lose 2 life, then create a blood token. That's probably going in there.
Oh, I drew a Nature's Embrace.
Ah.
Ooh, Bramble Armor.
I think that was...
That's a reprint.
Yeah. Bloody Betrayal. 2 in a red. We've been seeing this kind of card from, I want to say at least Amonkhet, if not earlier. Where you gain control, it's 2 in a red for a sorcery, where you gain control of target creature until end of turn, untap it, it gains haste until end of turn, and then something happens. And with this, it's create a blood token. There you go.
Excuse me.
Can you explain the whole day-night business again? Okay. So, in fact, I have a thing here. So, if you have something that has daybound, or it'll tell you if it's neither day or night, it becomes day. That never happens. It is neither day nor night until something like that happens, and then it becomes day. In order for day to become night, you can't cast any spells. You can play land, you can do activated abilities, attack, but you can't cast any spells.
So no new creatures, no enchantments, no nothing.
Yeah. And then it turns to night. Nightbound, anything that has daybound will flip over to the nightbound side. If you play a creature that has daybound on it and it's nighttime, you pay the casting cost on the daybound side, but it comes in at its nightbound side. That can get pretty scary.
Yeah.
And then, Owl's got it there. If anyone casts 0 spells on their turn, it becomes night. If anyone casts 2 spells on their turn, it becomes day. Or at least 2. Let's see. You had one?
Yes. Blood Tithe Harvester, a black and a red for a 3/2 vampire. When it enters the battlefield, create a blood token. Tap it and sacrifice the Blood Tithe Harvester. Target creature gets -X/-X until end of turn, where X is twice the number of blood tokens you control. Activate as a sorcery.
Persistent Specimen. Did we do this one already?
I don't think I read it on here. I did draw one, though.
Okay. Do you flip the cards when night and day switch? Yes. Yes, you do. That happens. So, like, a lot of times, I always sleeve it with the day-bound side facing up, because for, like, that has your mana cost. You're always supposed to consider that being the top side. And then whenever that comes into play, half the time I have to just unsleeve it and just keep flipping it over. It's a little dangerous if you've got drinks around, so Persistent Specimen. It's a black for a 1/1 skeleton. Pay 2 and a black, return Persistent Specimen from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. No, I don't want this to go away.
You got a Voldaren Bloodcaster and the Bloodbat Summoner. That was one of the early cards you opened, I think.
Yes, but that is the showcase art.
I got the showcase art for it. So there's the Bloodcaster. Playing black. Bad news for you.
Ooh. Got some mana fixing here. Weaver of Blossoms. 2 and a green for a 2/3 human werewolf with Daybound. Tap to add 1 mana of any color. And then on its Nightbound side, Blossom Clad Werewolf. It's a 3/4 werewolf. Tap to add 2 mana of any color. That's very nice. Not really worrying too much. Oh, got Groom's Foundry.
Hell yeah!
Finery, yeah.
Good.
Equipped.
I'm just glad we got it. I don't necessarily know
Yeah.
that I don't even know that I'm gonna run the bride's dress in this one.
Groom's Finery, 1 and a black for an equipment. Equipped creature gets +2/+0. It gets an additional +0/+2 and has Death Touch, as long as an equipment named Bride's Gown is attached to a creature you control. Aw, because it's the wedding. Yeah.
And the bride's dress is white, so is a white card. So, that could be really interesting in an equipment deck.
Yeah. You're
I'm done.
You're done? Alright, that means I better hurry up here. Let's see. Distracting Geist, I'm pretty sure we already had that. Stenzia Uprising. That's a rare. I've got 2 other cards in my hand. Okay, Stenzia Uprising. 2 and 2 red for an enchantment. At the beginning of your end step, create a 1/1 red human creature token. Then if you control exactly 13 permanents, you may sacrifice Stenzia Uprising. When you do, it deals 7 damage to any target.
That sounds like Commander Land for token shitting decks, because
Yeah.
I saw a Commander game where not 1 but 2 people got into the double digits with tokens.
Woof.
Zombies and wolves, respectively.
Repository Scab.
Okay. Well, I am playing black something, and I don't know what.
So am I. I'm more than likely leaning black-red.
I don't think I'm gonna do black white. I might do blue. I need to look for my blue and see if I really like what I've got in there. There's a lot of good red. I just need to kind of pick through it.
Yeah, I try to, like, when looking at this, I always try to cut at least one color. I did see in a pre-release, the pre-release tournament I went to one time where someone was running 4 colors. Like, did you just do... Well, I see 4 colors. What exactly is the deck? And I think he really just said 5-color good stuff.
Yeah.
No. I have so much blood token stuff happening. I may just end up going black-red. I know that pains you.
It's okay. I really want to like next level you and not play black, but I mean I kind of can't. I have the Voldaren Bloodcaster. I've got a Diregraph Scavenger, 2 Grizzly Rituals. I've got that Doomed Dissenter to get out ahead. I got the Arch School of Thraben, and I fucking drew Sorin. Like you kind of, if you draw a Planeswalker, you kind of have to play those colors. Isn't that the thing?
I'm checking. I'm checking, Lawless. Walter, I believe you're right. The question is, stuff with Little Sun, Moon, dual-sided cards that don't say Nightbound or Daybound, do those switch to a night day?
No,
changes?
they do not. So if they don't say Daybound and Nightbound, they are
It's more than likely Disturb, like this one.
Yeah. They'll either have a disturb cost, which means you play them for their disturb cost from the graveyard, i.e. you've disturbed their rest, or they'll have another criteria like after you've discarded if you discard 2 cards in a turn, just transform this
it.
card.
Yeah.
Some of them are things you can do on purpose, like you can pay in blood tokens. I think there's a vampire you can pay in blood tokens to transform it.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I'm pretty sure I have.
Oh, here's a good example: the Voldaren Bloodcaster.
Ah, there you go.
Whenever you create a blood token, if you control 5 or more blood tokens, you can transform Voldaren Bloodcaster, and then it turns into a vampire wizard. And it doesn't turn back, but there's some items that actually can flip back and forth, and you can manipulate them that way. Mm-hmm. And it's some bullshit, and I love it.
But yeah, the icon up there. That's really just to let you know that this is a dual-faced card that has a mechanic that is themed to Innistrad. It also helps that I think in just about every pack that we've also gotten these, which is best for drafting, because you can write on it and you've got your regular backing on there. Yes, Owl. Dual-faced cards make sleeves mandatory. Yeah. If you don't want to use sleeves, that's what these are for. But usually that requires them to have sleeves. A lot of so you'll find that a lot of different companies are starting to make, if they're not already, they're making sleeves that have black backing on the inside. The first one that comes to mind is the Ultra Pro Eclipses, where they'll have like a color on the outside, and then on the inside it's just black. So it's just an extra way to make sure that the back isn't coming through, especially for lighter sleeves like white or yellow or pink.
Question.
Answer.
Just because I don't know that we've specifically talked about it. When you have a card with Cleave, like let's say Wash Away here, it's 1 blue for an instant, counter target spell that wasn't cast from its owner's hand. The Cleave cost is 1 and 2 blue. It's either or, not in addition to, correct?
It is either or. You make that choice as you're casting it.
That's the difference from Kicker, because Kicker is in addition to, correct?
Yes.
Okay, just checking.
Oh yeah, Al, you played the original Innistrad.
Creeping on your game.
Let's see.
I think I've got any.
I know I've definitely got enough. It's just a question of how do I want to go about it? All right. Colors.
What is it? Let me go. Wait, let me go shop. Got me.
Multicolors. I don't have anything good for multicolor. I'm gonna have to run these 2 ceremonial knives and the blood servitor, just because they're low cost and I get multiple blood tokens. The spoopy music on Arena is nice. That's
I haven't
I
gone to play on Arena for this yet.
It's been a while since I've been on Arena. I've been busy. Let's see. Okay.
See, my problem is I have a ton of like control lots of vampires. Things happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't hardly have anything super calling my name. For like vampire synergy, I basically am like, exactly how many holes do I want to punch in your face, and is it all of them?
Yeah, I think the Frenzy Devils and the Falconwrath Celebrants are my two bombs in red. Yeah, I'll stream an arena draft where I mean, perfectly honest. Like you have talked talked to us, Al, about some of your drafts, and I'm very like I'm intimidated in the best way possible to see you draft. Because that's just like that is so your jam of like, here's what I've got, I'm gonna pick this one and let's see what's going on.
Yeah, like I keep wanting to learn how to draft, but then every time I think about it, I'm like, I just really prefer sealed. It's kind of more cerebral and thinky.
I just always have the hard time of what do I pick, and I understand the bread acronym. I get that. It's just I never know what's good. I only know what I find interesting.
Jesus God, it's so hard. I don't know what I want.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not really okay. I'm making a decision. I am going red, black. So I'm going to get the rest of this out of set that over here. So have some room. All right. Let's see. First off, what I want to do is pull everything with tokens. I like let's just go with that. Blood token. But so says I'm just starting to build, and I think Birdie's done.
I mean, I'm seriously considering, because nothing in the other four colors is calling my name. I'm seriously considering going mono black, putting my artifacts in, and calling it a day.
Wow.
I mean, like, it's not that there's not good cards in there. That's not the issue.
Yeah.
It's that I don't have any really strong bombs in any of that.
Mm-hmm.
That's really calling my name. Especially not when I've got Voldaren Bloodcaster, the Diregraph Scavenger, and I mean, I have a Planeswalker. I drew a Planeswalker. And Archghoul of Thraben. Like,
yep.
All of my good stuff.
I have 11 cards out of a 40 card deck that deal with blood tokens.
I mean, hashtag strong.
Yeah. My problem is I have a hard time with mana curve with something this small.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of, and that's why I kind of am tempted to spec into green, because I do have some mana fixing in there.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've got some expensive stuff in here, and mana fixing might be helpful.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. I forgot about the Grizzly. Yeah, we will make sure to run as little of that as possible. All right, so right now, most of my curve is sitting at 3.
I've got some big stuff. Voldaren Bloodcaster's not bad. The Diregraph Scavenger's 4. Grizzly Ritual 6.
Yeah, but I like
Edgar's Awakening is 2 and a black. Is 3 and 2 black. Be dry. Here's Downfall. See, I've got some removal in here, though. Hang on.
Oh yeah,
So it's
sure,
40
sure.
cards, and I want 16 to 17.
Yeah, I say like the probably the best is like what, between 16 and 18 something.
16, 17, 18.
All right.
Because see, I've also got the
Drawing
Blood Tide
is good.
Harvester, but I don't want to. I don't want to come into your colors.
I mean,
It just makes it less interesting.
have very work more on twos. Oh, you're getting bashed with your Is It dice roll deck. Ugh. That's I love Pixie Guide. It's so nice when you can get them to stick around.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right, I already know I'm not running. It's fine.
See, I wanted to draw some of that stuff that's like all vampires you have +1/+1 or something stupid like that. But
Thing that you, I may not have drawn that does fun stuff with blood tokens. I may not be running blood tokens after all.
you know, if you decide to not run red, I might. I mean, it's kind of like they're all pretty much equal except for white. I've got Jack all in white.
Yeah, there just wasn't that much white in the set.
Oh, there was tons of white in this set. I just didn't draw any of it.
Oh.
There was a lot of good white that I drew this afternoon that I was just like, oh, goody. My Trelisara deck is going to get an overhaul because I have a ballin' life gain counter bullshit deck.
Let's
See, my problem is I don't I have like the stuff like Selhoff and Tumor, but I don't have anything that will let me go and get stuff back out of the graveyard.
Definitely that. Did either of you Blood Fountain? Not in.
Yes.
Oh, you did pull it in this. Oh right, yeah.
Pulled it pretty early.
I did not.
Doesn't it let you fetch stuff? Oh, it does. After you sacrifice it.
Oh right.
I guess that's all you can do with it. Maybe I ought to do that. Repository Scab will let you do that.
I don't think I have anything that causes me this. Oh no, the blood tokens give you the ability to discard. All right,
cards.
I need to keep Ragged Roots in there just so I've got something life with something that, you know, drains you. For the guys on Lords of Limited talking about how that is playing way better than they thought it would, I can imagine.
Which one? The
Blood Fountain.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
All right.
I can actually run.
Really, I
don't think I'm gonna run 2 Grizzly Rituals. That's ridiculous. Here's Awakening. Turn target to your graveyard to the battlefield.
Drop.
Definitely want to Dissenter. I need some stuff out early.
Throw in the Flame Breather. Maybe Rending Flame. Oh yeah, we're gonna try Cemetery Gate. stretch. Oh, I'll redeem the thing. We have to stretch. Oh!
You're in my space.
Thank you for that, Owl. I'm going to mark that off, that has been... Alright, let's see. Maybe the magma pummel. Try not to do too many bombs. Yes, definitely parasitic grasp. Definitely not doing demonic bargain. Diregraph Scavenge sounds fun. Bleed Dry is always good. And... let's see, is there anything else? Alright, I have to decide on... let's... alright. I think I'm gonna have to pair some of this down. Let's see. No. Whoa. I can already tell that I've got way too many cards. I can't really... I don't want to say numbers while Birdie's finishing her deck. So I think... I've got...
You're good.
Oh, I'm good? Okay. So I've got 28. I want to pare that down to about 22, 23. So my staples. Let's see.
23.
She got to 23. My staples are the Voldaren Bloodcaster, the Blood Crazed Socialite, things that care about having blood tokens. Otherwise, this deck just isn't going to pop off. So you're done?
I'm done.
I have a little bit of time. Well, actually, I don't really have that. Like, I'm gonna try to cut some of this down. But I've decided I'm definitely doing I'm doing 2 color. So, I guess that's pretty much it at this point.
You wanna play?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not 100% done, but I know you are.
Yep.
So I'm gonna need a little bit more time, but that's gonna be for off stream. But that's gonna be it for us for this little cute little.
I figured we would play around.
Oh, you wanna play on stream?
Let's play one round on stream. We'll just play right here.
Okay. We won't be able to show you. I don't have.
We're not that fancy.
Yeah. Not yet, anyway. All right. So I've got to make some other decisions. Let's see.
I'm gonna go get some.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm gonna go get some tokens.
There are. Let me. I pulled some. That came out of what we pulled. Oh dear, we have to. We haven't fed the kitties. Kitties are sad. All right. So now that she's gone, we're gonna try to see if we can cut down a few cards in this deck. And she's back. I didn't do anything. Did you just smell me? All right. So I've got 2. So I'm at 26. Yeah, I like that. That's gonna be fun. That'll be well. Actually, I'm at 25. I want to try to get down to 23.
That's how many I did.
Let's see.
I'm gonna step off camera and pile shuffle.
Are you gonna sleeve too? Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna have life in there. Some more blood token stuff. More blood token stuff. Ah, belligerent guest. That's gonna be another one in here. Wow, that's all of my ups. So probably not going to use the Diregraph Scavenger. Down to 4. I think if I cut one more, I should be good to go. What would be fun, or what isn't as fun in this bit? I think I really hate to say it, but I don't think the Rot-Tide Gargantua is that gonna be that fun in this deck. So it's my other problem. I tend to build oh no, I have to sleeve. I have double-sided cards.
Oh, I do. Damn it.
8, 9, 10. 23. I got there. All right. All right. So 23. That means I've got 17, which means I'm probably gonna go 9. Honestly, I'm going 9 red, 8 black. And I'm only making that distinction because I've got more. I might actually. It's either 9 red, 8 black, or 10 red, 7 black. Just because I have more red cards that have multiple pips. I think I've only got 1 black card that has 2 black pips. Uh-oh. That should have 40. I'm curious, what do y'all think about when you're trying to do mana split? To everyone who's out there.
Yeah, I'm doing about the same split. I'm 10 black. 10 black. 7 blue.
Ah, you went
Because
blue.
when in doubt, go for your archetype. Like I said, I just didn't really have a ton of synergy. I have good cards, but there's not a lot of When I do things, I do things. I did kind of have a blood token thing sort of going, but not nearly as strong as yours.
Alright.
This will also be my first time playing with a planeswalker, so.
Ah.
Again, like, I don't tend to go for, I kind of like to have, I probably would honestly be really good at playing, like, Pauper. Something like that where it's, you know, it's just about what kind of engine you can get going, not necessarily bomb-ass cards. Like, there's one card in my deck and I need to draw it kind of things. I do not like playing like that. I am pretty much any board state other than not having lands or creatures, I should be able to win. That's kind of my thing.
Usually does as well.
I try.
While we're doing this, for those of you who might like, I felt myself getting a little bit thirsty. I don't really have time to brew anything right now, but I've already asked, and I've been given permission. We pick up a lot of stuff from our good friend Ruby over at Dryad Tea.
Go Dryad Tea. Drink it, it's great.
She just got done with a whole bunch of conventions, and is doing a lot of fulfillment right now. Well, Owl, I'm glad that you just said that you need to order from her, because I have a coupon code from now. This is recorded on November 22nd. From now until December 30th, get 10% off of your order by putting in this code in your shopping cart over at dryadtea.com.
Buy now, beat the rush.
Yeah.
Actually, in all seriousness, if you need things by Christmas, buy it from her now. But also, like, you know, she's not in China and doesn't have to ship things, so you know.
Yeah. Her shipment stuff, it all depends on the postal service.
Nothing of hers is on a container ship.
And yes, she very much is an awesome person.
Yeah, she's lovely. She also just beautiful pottery. Oh my god. I have so many beautiful mugs by her, and I keep buying them even though I do not have room in the kitchen anymore for mugs. And you can get them that are customized. I got a great one for Backstage Craft that says Ferret Mischief Fuel. And then I'm the one promptly that uses it because he doesn't drink morning coffee anymore.
Yeah, you should drink more tea.
Yeah, I know he should drink
tea.
more tea. He loves her tea. But he's but yeah, I drink out of his morning coffee mug every morning, so. And she's just beautiful. They're huge. That's what I really like. They're like 28-ounce mugs. They're massive. I do need to go get a drink.
Are you gonna get a water?
I'm just gonna go grab my tea.
Oh, okay. You do me a favor?
Only because I love you.
Thank you, Speedy. All right, we need. Oh, could you also bring me my phone so we have a life counter? We also use an app that's available on iOS or Android called Carbon. It is a very lightweight and pretty configurable life counter. You can use. It's good to have for. It's good to have on a phone if you're just doing 1v1. But if you're gonna run a commander game, it's probably going to be a little bit easier to have it on a tablet. So everyone has a good enough space to be able to hit their life counter. Thank you, Speedy.
Welcome to.
Where's your drink? I thought you were going to get yourself.
No, I just went and had a sip.
Oh, okay. I'll take the phone. Go. Let's see. This was the last game between Lawless and me. Guess which one I was? Yes, I was the 2. This was me running my mono. It was my mono blue mill deck versus the spells, the Is It Spells deck.
I'll grab those if you want some blood tokens.
Oh, thank you.
All right, choose a player.
Okay, so do you want to play or draw?
I will play.
All right. Oh, in that case. Now is the time where I really wish that we could show you how we cut.
Put out your hand. I hope it was something. Did you cut mine already?
Oh, no, I needed that. I cut it normally. May we both draw lands and spells.
Cheers to that.
Wow. I'll keep.
Keep 2. As well. Yeah.
This is going to be interesting.
This is gonna be weird, yeah.
All right, so you're
My
gonna...
hot pink dice. I love that. So I love that Chessex will do like what do you call it? They basically will do factory second dice where it's like these kind of got fucked up a little bit in manufacturing, and they'll sell them super cheap. But you can sometimes get a set, but sometimes they will have like one that's weird. This one has 1 blue die in it. So that'll be like for blood counters and stuff like that.
You bought 1,200 D6s for teaching?
Nice!
Okay, how do you use... Alright.
He's teaching
Yeah.
probability, I'm guessing.
More than... I guess? Yeah, how would you use 1,200 D6s
Well,
for your
divide
class?
it by 4, that's 300.
4 D6s.
How many people
yeah.
need, how many do you need?
Good lord. They're models for radioactive decay. Wow. We have the students roll 120 D6s and pick out the ones that roll 1, then repeat again and again and again and again. Oh, Jesus.
Wow. It's my turn?
Yep.
Island, go.
Okay.
Guru Basic
Draw.
Island. The sure sign you're in for a real ride before you concede on turn 3.
Alright. Looks like I'm gonna play a swamp and tap for Persistent Specimen. And then one Skelly. And go.
Swamp? Side. Paying 2 for Doomed Dissenter. When Doomed Dissenter dies, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. It is a human with 1/1.
Yep, that makes sense.
Pass the turn.
Alright, untap up, draw. Hey, mountain. Tap 2, Voldaren Bloodcaster. Yes! 2/1 flyer. And let's see, do I want to... The hell? Swing with the Persistent Specimen.
I'll take 1.
Damn. Okay. And pass turn.
Paying 1 for a Blood Fountain. When Blood Fountain enters the battlefield, create a blood token.
There's your blood token.
Actually, I was going to count
Are you
on
gonna
this.
Are you gonna use that? Okay. May want to have a number of them out.
I was just going to count them up.
Okay.
And then I'm going to pay 2 blue For a Selhoff Entomber. It's a 1/3. With tap to discard a card and draw a card.
Oh, discard a creature
A
card.
creature card and draw a card. I'm gonna swing Doomed Dissenter.
Looks like I'm gonna take one.
Pass the turn.
Okay. Let's see.
It goes brains.
Okay.
Brains.
Brain. I'll swing with the specimen again.
What?
You're not gonna block that. Nah. I think I will pass the turn. If this becomes a normal thing, hopefully we'll be able to have another camera that'll show, what we're doing.
Right.
'Cause right now it's really cramped.
Maybe one day when we get the house, we can put an overhead
Oh,
camera.
yeah.
That'd be really...
Yeah.
Waffle.
I should also say whenever we do things like this, we don't usually do the mulligan rules. We just just make sure you draw a good 7.
Yeah, always. I'm gonna pay 2 for Restless Bloodseeker. The vampire. Beginning of your turn, or any of your end step, if you gain life this turn, create a blood token. Sacrifice 2 blood tokens to transform the Restless Bloodseeker. Activate only as a sorcery.
And you already have a blood token, don't you?
I have one.
Yeah.
Swing. It's a 1/1
Right.
and a 1/3.
So, yeah, looks like I take 2. I'm not blocking the Bloodcaster. That ain't happening.
And I have 2 mana floating. Pass the turn.
I don't remember if Birdie took any counters. I'm pretty sure there were some. Oh, dear. Well, I'm gonna do something with this. Right. Oh, right. Yeah. And this is where I start having problems.
Why? You got... Well... Why?
Uh-huh. I mean, I could. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay, I'm gonna go for broke and attempt to cast Stenzia Uprising. It's the enchantment at the beginning of my end step. Create a 1/1 red human creature token. And if I control exactly 13 permanents, you may sacrifice Stenzia Uprising to deal 7 damage to any target.
I'll allow it.
Wow. Okay. Swing for 1.
I take 1.
I will...
Actually, no. No, I won't.
You're not?
I'll block.
You'll block.
A 1/3.
Huh.
Make him go away. Shoo.
Okay. Goes away. What did I do? Those... I thought I gave you some tokens.
Oh, thanks.
There we go. So it is my end step.
Get a dude.
I get a do. Pass the turn. Life total is currently 18-17. I currently have 7 permanents on the...
Castable Darren Bloodcaster.
Hey, you got one of those.
Flying. Whenever Voldaren Bloodcaster or another non-creature token you control dies, create a blood token.
Already have a blood token.
Already have one.
Yeah.
That thing flies. Okay.
Yep, it's the exact same thing.
Cool.
What you gonna do? So you're gonna send that and that.
I'm gonna send the Entomber and the Doomed Dissenter your way. It's a 1/1 and a 1/3.
I'm gonna block the 1/1 with my 1/1 human.
Cool.
So they both poof.
So that goes in the graveyard. And I create a zombie. Zombie.
And
I have a.
Oh, you want
Were there any zombie tokens in that pile?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there. Yep, there's your zombie.
Brains.
And now I get, you get another blood token, and I get a blood token.
And then, on my end step, I will sack 2 blood tokens.
To transform the Restless Blood, the what is it?
Restless Bloodseeker into a blood-soaked
Drumroll.
Reveler. At the beginning of your end step, if you gain life this turn, create a blood token. Pay 4 and a black. Each opponent loses 2 life, and you gain 2 life. And that means I draw a card and discard a card for the blood tokens, right? If you sack them, or is that separate?
I'm glad that you brought that up. You used the activated ability on the creature.
Ah, so that doesn't activate the crack it and
right.
Cool. Passing's a turn.
Oh boy. She also has 1 swamp and 3 islands, which means that if she gets her land drop next turn, she can activate that blood-soaked Reveler's ability. Okay. Oh, good, and you still have 2 islands open. Okay. I'm gonna make you waste it. 1, to cast Flame Blessed Bolt on your Voldaren Bloodcaster.
Aww. Okay.
It's exiled.
Exiled?
It's exiled.
Fuck that. That sucks. Okay, whatever.
Let's see. I'm gonna pay 2 swamp and a mountain. Bring my persistent specimen back out onto the battlefield tap.
Okay.
And you know what? You no longer have a flyer.
I know.
So I'm swing.
Okay. Ding ding.
Let's. I think that's my end step. I get a and pass the turn.
So we're bringing appetizers. Untap.
They're very pointy appetizers.
Fine.
There's a pitchfork. Is do you prefer original recipe or extra crispy?
Right.
That's fine. That's why I have the music playing back.
Cast Gift of Fangs on my
Ooh.
blood-soaked Reveler. It is now a 5/5.
Shit.
And swing with everybody.
Oh God. Everybody.
So that is a 2. That is a 2/2, a 1/3, and a 5/5.
Shit. Okay. Well, I'm gonna chump block with the human on the 5/5.
Okay.
So I have to take the others.
3.
So I take 3. And the human dies, I get another blood token.
All right.
Now at 14 life.
Pass the turn.
Okay. Really wish I had more blockers. All right.
Don't like that.
Have 3 islands open.
Mm-hmm.
I've got to get. I have got to do something to get you to cast that counter.
You could make me draw cards. That'd be great.
Ooh. I know. Ooh. I have a problem with tapping out and end up having to cast instants at sorcery speed. It's a flaw. Can't help it.
Oh, I do it all the time. It drives you crazy too. You're like, that's an instant, and I'm like, yeah, but it's advantageous to cast it right now, and
Yeah.
just I swing hard. I play blue black like I'm a green player.
Okay. Let's start with 1 to cast Ceremonial Knife.
Okay.
Okay. Still have to spend to equip it. I gotta try. I gotta get that counterspell out somehow. I'm going to cast Parasitic Grasp on the... What is the Entomber?
Okay.
I'm paying the cleave cost, so it deals 3 damage to target creature.
And you gain 3 life.
And I gain 3 life.
It dies.
I am back to 17. If you have something useful to spend your mana on, spend it. I mean... Because, yeah, that's a tactic thing of, like, oh, if I know that you've got a counterspell and I end up playing around it, you're effectively casting that counterspell without spending the mana.
Yep.
I mean, so... let's see.
I mean, it's a card game. I could be bluffing.
Yeah, that's very true. Swing at you with the Persistent Specimen.
I take 1.
Uh,
And you get a human.
get a human at the end of my turn. Let's see.
All right.
So pass the turn.
All right. I am going to. Oh,
Ooh.
I didn't untap these guys, but
Yeah.
eh. It's not a tap ability though. So pay 4 and a black.
So you're tapped out.
I am tapped out. Each
Oppo-
opponent loses 2 life, and you gain 2 life.
I go down to 15.
I go back up to 17. Nice trade.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
I'm used to that.
and then swing with everybody.
Okay. Take the human, chump block the 5/5.
Okay.
I take 2. Down to 13. Dies. I create a blood token.
All right. Pass the turn.
Okay. Untap. Up. Draw.
Oh, and I'm sorry. One thing I forgot to do was create a blood token. Because if I gain life, I get a blood token.
Ah, right. Okay. Okay. You are tapped out and have no blockers.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm gonna swing with everything.
Okay.
Dealing.
I take 3.
Yep.
2, 3.
All right. Move to end step. Create a human. I now have 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 13. I have exactly 13 permanents. I'm gonna sacrifice the uprising to deal 7 damage to that damn thing. Just that. The equipment stays on, I believe.
No, it's not. It's an aura.
It's an aura. The aura goes away too.
Yep.
I got rid of the blood-soaked reveler because I'm sick of that 5/5.
Oh, so sad.
And that is your turn.
So just as an update, I only have 1 creature on the board, which is a zombie token. Where have you been all my life? To cast Ragged Recluse.
Second swamp.
Finally got a second swamp. I have been sitting, and that has been a problem because this is a primarily black deck. I will see. Got a human.
I have a human.
Just swing. My zombage.
Block the zombage with the human.
Cool. Human dies.
Human dies, and I another blood.
I'm going to sack my blood token, which means I get to draw a card and discard a card.
Okay, so blood tokens.
Do they cost mana?
Yes.
How much mana?
Let me show you what this.
Yeah, let me see what the actual thing looks like.
It's kind of some. Okay, no,
Oh,
actually, it's
no,
fine.
love it.
Okay, so you pay 1, tap, discard a card, and sacrifice the blood token to draw a card.
Oh. Discard a card. Sacrifice this artifact. Okay, so I pay a mana.
You pay a mana.
I discard it.
Yep.
Draw.
No, you discard a card from your hand.
And then draw.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't know.
And I am going to play Dying to Serve. which is an enchantment. Whenever you discard one or more cards, create a tap 2/2 zombie creature token. This ability triggers only once per turn. See, I get to shit dudes too. Only you don't get. I discarded a card, so my Ragged Recluse transforms. Is it the blood token?
Wait. Run that by me again. Okay. So
at the beginning of your end step, you discarded a card this turn.
Oh, right. Okay. I'm with you now.
And so now, whenever Odious Witch attacks, defending player loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. She's a 3/3.
Here it comes.
Pass the turn.
How many cards do you have in your hand? You're in top deck mode.
I am in top deck mode, which is no blue player likes to be in top deck mode. Okay. I like to have fistfuls of cards, but I unfortunately do not.
Untap up, draw. Yep. That's happened. Tap 2 mountains and a swamp. Play Blood Servitor.
Oh, goody.
2/2 construct. When it enters the battlefield, create a blood token. So I am at 5 blood tokens. Licking the... Voldaren Bloodcaster. Whenever you create a blood token, if you control 5 or more blood tokens, transform.
Right.
Yoink. Now, I have a Bloodbat Summoner. 3/3 flyer. At the beginning of combat on your turn, up to 1 target blood token becomes a black bat creature, flying and haste.
I'm about to die.
It says up to 1.
I'm about to die.
Oh.
Not getting that second swamp until too late. That limited me to how many I could cast. I'm dead.
I just realized this. That changes the blood token to a bat permanently.
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was just until the end of turn. Oh my.
You're about to go shitting bats.
Well, I can't shit any more humans.
Hi, Arcane. Your turn.
Let's see. I've still got 2. This is still my first main phase.
Yeah, don't need to rub it in, honey.
Okay. Alright. Have bats.
I've not seen a bat.
It might have been in our other ones. Alright, I'll use this. Okay.
About to say, I die. What?
I may need that later.
I mean that, like, you know, to count them up. That was what I was gonna do. Blood tokens.
Yeah. Okay. So before. Ooh. Yep. Okay. Before I move to combat, though, I'm going to, since I don't have to worry about you having counter spells, I'm going to use up the last 2 of my mana. I'm going to equip the ceremonial knife to the Bloodbat Summoner. So it's now a 4/3 that creates a blood token whenever it deals damage. Now, move to combat. One of my blood tokens becomes a 2/2 bat. And let's see. You got a 3/3. I'm going to send the bat and the summoner your way because they're both flyers.
That's 5 points.
Oh, wait, 4, 6 points.
I take 6.
And
I'm dead in 2 turns if I can't figure out something to do.
Pass the turn.
Not drawing a swamp. I was absolutely crippled. Thanks. Oh, yeah.
I still have I have the 1/1 and the 2/2 construct.
I'm going to swing with the Odious Witch.
That's the 3/3?
Yep, that's the 3/3. You lose 1 life, and I gain 1 life.
That's when it attacks?
Yep.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and resolve that. I lose a life, you gain a life. I'm going to double block with the Persistent Specimen and the Blood Servitor.
Okay.
Bink.
They all go away?
They all go. I don't get to create blood tokens from that.
Uh-huh.
And that is your art.
Yep.
There. Blood fountain.
Pass the turn.
All right. I honestly think I just got a really good draw.
We'll find out next turn. Or next round.
What the hell?
When we start the next game, we can talk through phases and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Arcane.
Yeah.
Kind of talk through it a little bit more.
Let's... Playing Magma Pummeler with
fuck.
X equals 4. So
This
it
card's
comes
so good.
So it comes in with 4 +1/+1 counters on it. And move to combat. I get a second that.
Okay.
4, 5, 6, 8.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, swing with all of those.
I'm at 1.
I'm at 12. Pass the turn. Come on, top deck. Aww.
I'm probably gonna lose, but I'm gonna give this a good old college
Sure,
try.
why not? Sacrifice Blood Fountain.
And return up to 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. I would like... over.
Yep. It's up to 2.
Up to 2.
Let's talk. Let's talk.
There she is. I was like, "Where's my?"
That's exiled.
Oh, was it exiled?
Yes.
Oh.
Because I did the that was the Flame Blessed Bolt.
Oh. That's right.
So talk through your process. What are you?
There's not much process. I don't have too much to do. Because I don't really have anything I can do about your flyers, unfortunately.
Don't you have a flyer in there?
No, you killed her.
Oh, I exiled.
You exiled her.
Oh.
So I'm probably gonna pull back the Recluse and the Restless Seeker.
They go into your hand.
They go into my hand.
And then you immediately cast.
Yep. And I'm gonna immediately cast both of them.
Oh wow, you've got mana for both of them.
All my cards were cheap. The problem is they all cost black mana, so I can only cast 1 per turn.
Oh.
And then, yeah, pass the turn, and you're gonna kill me. So, I concede.
Yeah. Next.
So my issue was that I have a lot of cheap creatures. But the problem was I drew 4 blue mana and only 1 black mana, and most of my creatures are blue. Or most of my creatures are black. My spells are blue. And so I was landlocked, basically. Could not get my deck to turn around and go off basically before he killed me, because I had a pretty good board state in the beginning, but I couldn't keep up because he was shitting out tokens and also had stuff in the air that I couldn't block.
I also just got, like, this was some wonderful draws. I was not expecting things to be around that long. I wasn't expecting to not have to deal with any counter spells or anything like that, because usually, I mean, you bluffed really well, and I'm just like, I'm gonna play it.
I do have some good old-fashioned blue-black murder in here, but I don't have, I just didn't draw any of it. Alright. My zombie card back up here.
Reset. So...
I lost, so I will... Yeah, there's bluffing. Like, so one of the ways that you can bluff is, so let's talk through how to play this game. Basically, you can cast creatures, and you can cast spells. Creatures can fight each other, or I can use them to attack him. And the way that you cast these spells is mana, and mana is in the form of land that you control. And there'll be cards like this. This is a blue land because it's an island. There's islands, which are blue, swamps are black, plains are white, green is forest, and red is mountain. And you have to have, some things will have a mana cost on them.
Here, I'll grab one that's over here.
They'll have a mana cost on them up at the top corner. Like this one is 3 black, so I have to have 5 mana total. 3 of them can be any color, 2 of them have to be black. So if, say, I only have 1 swamp, I can't cast this card. Even if I have 5 mana total.
So the bluffing bit.
So the bluffing bit is, one thing that he would know is that, you see my shirt, it actually has the island symbol on it. Blue is very, very, very well known for, shenanigans like, something, there's, one of the famous archetypes is Counterspell, which is basically an instant speed card that I can go, no, you can't cast that, hence the nope. They'll play, and so it's like, oh, I don't want you to cast that, nope. And the way that you bluff is, if you want to, and I do this frequently, is you will leave 1 or 2 blue mana open. So that you, even if you don't actually have it in your hand, they might think that you have a combat trick up your sleeve. That actually can kind of work with anything, because there's almost every color has something that you can pull some fuckery with. Like green will have cards that say, that will instantly make their creatures bigger, so that suddenly you thought you were swinging when I had a bunch of little bitty piddly creatures, and suddenly one of them is giant and I just killed your creature. Red has lots of things like lightning bolt, fireballs, shock spells, things like that. So that's kind of how you can bluff, is you leave a little bit of mana open, and they might think that they'll sit there and think, do they just not have anything to cast? Or are they sitting on a trick that they can pull out of their sleeve?
Not very good at bluffing. Or at least I'm not very good at checking to see if someone's bluffing or not.
He just always assumes I'm bluffing, because I always play blue.
No. I always assume you're not bluffing. I always assume you have a counter spell, because you always play blue. Do the wonderful cuts. That's a card.
Okay, so we draw 7 cards. I get to go first, or I get to choose what I'm going to do on my turn, because I lost the last game. I'm going to play this turn. And I am not keeping this. Holy
I'm not keeping
balls.
this either. Jesus.
Okay, opposite problem of last time.
You had all the lands?
I had 5 lands.
Oh my god.
Little much.
Yeah, I had 3 lands, and everything in my hand cost 3 or more to...
And normally in a real game, if you wanted to mulligan,
Like I think you would draw 6 or like
You draw 7 and throw 1 away.
yeah. We don't do that because
It's not any fun.
It's casual. We just want to play the cards and just have some. Oh right. We're cutting the decks.
And we always cut like assholes. I usually will just take the top deck off and set it, the top card off the deck and set it to the side. 6 and 7.
Jesus.
Let's try this again. Nope. Okay, look. In the middle, you asshole. In the middle. I need like 2 or 3 lands, not 1 and not 5.
I'll play this. Actually, nope, not playing this. Nope. I had 4 red spells and no, I had 4 black spells and 3 mountains.
I mean, that was me last time. Funny mulliganing story on Arena. I had somebody
oh, this was hilarious.
Had somebody mulligan themselves down to 3 cards. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? They mulliganed themselves down to 3 cards. I was playing blue-black counterspell deck. They pulled some sort of weird shenanigan where they played this 10 mana drop on turn 1, which should statistically be impossible. But basically, they had gotten themselves down to where they had this one awesome card, a single mana, and something to do like a warp it in. And I had
Unsummon.
I had the spell unsummon because there was like a whole bunch of things that you couldn't do, but I had the one thing you could do to it. So I unsummoned it, sent it back to his hand. He had no way to get it back out on the field, and yeah, he conceded the game. It was great.
Yeah, I think it was something like it was one thing where okay, I'm gonna play a whole bunch of land, and
no, good lord, sorry.
Oh, you're fine. And it was something nuts. Like, what was it, like Emrakul or something?
Yeah, it was like one of those things that you know, suck in all the oxygen in the universe through your asshole when you see it get played against you. But I happened to have an unsummon, you know, get a 13 mana card or something ridiculous got undone with a
with a 2-drop unsummon.
Drop.
1 drop.
Unsummon is 1 drop because it sends it back to your hand. It doesn't destroy it. It doesn't do anything. It just bounces it.
And so then he was just gonna have that thing in his hand again and just sit there.
No mana that time. Ah, this deck hates me. Look, you were fine last time. It's fine. Stop having performance issues.
Oh, they're talking about Slay the Spire. Which I have, and I will definitely get around to playing that at some point. Right now we're going through the DLC for Outer Wilds, which we'll be doing that tomorrow.
Okay, let's try this. Okay, yeah. Let's try this.
I'm hoping I didn't make a mistake. Ha ha ha!
I will play.
Yep.
Swamp. Go.
Okay. All right. So the person who starts, they can only play stuff from their hand, you know, during their first turn. So this is my first turn, but I'm going second. So I end up drawing card, and wow. Why can't I hold all these answers? Play a mountain. Tap to play Ceremonial Knife. It's an equipment I can attach to a creature, and it gets +1/+0 and generates a blood token. Hopefully we'll see that in action later. Pass the turn.
So I get to draw. I'm going to play an island. And I'm going to tap them. Play... Darren Bloodcaster.
Oh, great.
Pass the turn.
Boink, untap, upkeep. Oh, shit. Alright. Here we go. Swamp. And, oh, look. Tap. Play another ceremonial knife.
Oh, this bodes well.
Yeah,
this is either going to go great or very badly for me.
And pass the turn. I should have already had a creature out and be able to attack.
Alright, I'm playing my land for the turn. You can only play one land per turn.
You can play it at any point in time during your main phase.
And there are actually advantages sometimes to waiting to play it like in the end step of your thing,
or your like your second main phase or whatnot.
Right. Oh no, wait, I don't. Those two.
Tapping 2 swamps.
Tapping 2 swamps to play the Doomed Dissenter. This creature says, when Doomed Dissenter dies, I get to create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. So right now this is a human 1/1. So, yeah, it's not necessarily advantageous to murder it. And then I'm going to swing for 2 in the air with my Voldaren Bloodcaster. Now, the reason I specify 2 in the air is this is a creature with flying. It can only be blocked with things that can deal with flyers, i.e. things with reach,
other flyers.
Yeah, I think that's about it, unless you, except for like spells that specify murders flying things.
As of right now, I don't have any creatures on the board, much less anything with flying.
So you take 2.
I take 2. Oh, the other thing, Arcane, we both start at 20 life. And so I am down to 18. Second main.
I'm good. Pass the turn.
Okay. So there's... Alright, so I'll tell you about phases, Arcane. Alright, so the first phase... First phase is untap. Anything that we have, any of our cards that are tapped, we untap. There's an upkeep phase if there's anything that says during your upkeep, do this. And then I draw. Why did you cut it this way? Jesus. I don't have to worry about my land drops, that's for damn sure.
Oh, how sad.
What?
Chicken butt?
Yeah. Don't have anything to play, so I pass the turn.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Sucks, man.
Yeah.
Feels bad.
A little bit.
Alright, untap, upkeep, draw, play my swamp.
3 turns. I've drawn 3 lands.
I am going to play Archghoul of Thraben. Whenever Archghoul of Thraben or another zombie you control dies, look at the top card of your library. If it's a zombie card, you may reveal it and put it into your hand. If you don't put the card into your hand, you may put it into the graveyard. Or you can just set it back on top, I guess.
Okay.
What?
I don't like it.
Aww.
I don't like
okay.
it.
They like you.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
And I'm gonna pay 1 and cast, this is a new kind of card for this game. Gift of Fangs. It is enchantment aura, and it says enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets 2 +2 +2, so it's 2 toughness and 2 Power. Power is how much it makes other things hurt. Toughness is how much it can be hurt. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 as long as it's a vampire. Otherwise, it gets -2/-2. I can enchant his creatures with them and possibly kill something, or at the very least take the edge off. Something that's big and beastly.
Unfortunately, I don't have any creatures right now. So...
He doesn't have anything, so it's okay. I'll put it on my Voldaran Bloodcaster, who is a vampire.
So it's now a 4/3?
So it's now a 4/3, and I'm going to swing with everything, because you can't... Got it. Or can you?
That's a 4/3.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 3/2. Now that's a vampire,
Mm-hmm.
and this is a zombie,
Mm-hmm.
and this cares about zombies.
Yep.
Okay. In that case, tap all of my lands to cast Rending Flame on your vampire. Deals 5 damage to it.
It goes away.
And so does the aura that you just attached to it.
Yep. Great example of how to bluff. Because he had all that open mana, and I thought he didn't have anything to cast with it. Your turn. But you still take...
Oh yeah, I take 4 damage.
4 damage.
So, not out of the woods yet.
Pass the turn.
I would really, really, really like a creature. Another mountain! Shit! Okay. Alright. And I have 2 artifacts that are sitting here doing fuck all.
It was really good strategy to go ahead and cast them early, dear.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright, well, pass the turn.
Untap.
By the way, this is turn 5.
Upkeep. Draw. Ooh. Okay, hang on.
I don't know how this got shuffled this way.
I'm gonna pay 4 mana for a blood-crazed socialite. This is a vampire with Menace. And when it enters the battlefield, create a blood token. And whenever it attacks, you may sacrifice a blood token. If you do, it gets +2/+2 until end of turn.
There's your blood token.
Cool.
That's a 3/3.
It's a 3/3. So one thing to note is unless there's an effect in play or the creature has an ability to make this not so, whenever you cast a creature for the first round, it has summoning sickness. Meaning you can block with it, but it can't attack on the first turn it's summoned unless it has haste. That's it. So I'm going to swing with Doomed Dissenter and the Archghoul of Thraben again.
I take another 4.
Take 4.
I'm down to 10 of 20.
Pass the turn.
Swamp. Thing you can do, I can also do.
Cool.
Pay 4 mana, summon a blood crazed socialite.
Yeah, fine, whatever.
Fortunately, I don't have enough mana to equip a ceremonial knife to it, but I get a blood token. So we both have blood token.
Yay.
And pass the turn.
Untap. Untap. Draw. One. And cast my blood fountain.
Oh, good, the blood fountain's back.
It's hell on the dry cleaning bills, but it's just so fun.
Oh wait, so that's your second blood token.
That's my second blood.
There you go.
Yep.
Oh yeah, blood fountain.
Yep. It's like a chocolate fountain, but for blood. Because I think you weren't here when we were going through this earlier. The kind of the theme of this is it's a vampire wedding, and so there's a blood fountain because of course there is.
The two most powerful vampires in Innistrad are getting married, and you've been invited. Your name appears below the menu, which I'm sure that's a mistake.
Exactly. And I am. This thing has Menace.
Which means I can't block it.
Which means he can't block it. We keep pronouncing it Menace, but
That-
menace is means that it takes. You have to block with 2 creatures. You cannot block with only 1. And right now he only has 1 creature on the board, so I'm swinging away.
Are you going to sacrifice your blood token?
You know what? Why not? Let's get this over with. So it's now a 4/4.
No, it's a 5/5.
5/5. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Smack.
Ow. I go down to 5.
And with 3 mana floating, pass the turn. And 2 creatures untapped.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw. Well. You have an island and 2 swamps open.
And cards in hand, for a change. Not as many as I'd like, but you know.
I'm dead next turn. Because if she so desires, she has almost double lethal. So, what have I got to lose?
Game.
Yeah. I'm going to tap out. Cast Grizzly Ritual on your socialite.
Okay.
Destroy target creature or planeswalker. Create 2 blood tokens. I now have 3 blood tokens. Pass the turn.
Well, that's unfortunate. Made a poor choice.
I don't really see how I could have made a better choice. Because you still have no idea what I'm holding in my hand.
I don't know.
Blood tokens let you discard a card from your hand and draw a card. Yeah, if you have mana. I'm tapped out. My shields are almost completely down.
I'm gonna play the Restless Bloodseeker.
Uh-huh.
And I am going to swing. With my Doomed Dissenter and with my Archghoul. That would be 4.
That would be...
And I get kickback when they die.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna block the 1/1 with my 3/3.
Okay. It dies. And I get a zombie. I get to look at the top card.
I still take the 3 damage from the other one.
Hey, it was a zombie! Thanks! Which I actually have the mana to play. Selhoff Tumor. 1 in a blue for a zombie, 1/3.
That's a misplay. I killed a...
Oh, right. You killed a human, I get a zombie.
Yes.
Okay, but I can still block next turn.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay, so you still take 3.
Yep, I took 3.
Would you like me to shuffle?
That's fine.
Okay.
I'm dead next turn 8.
Okay. As long as you know that. Oh, and then in that case, I still have floating mana.
Yeah, you do.
Pass the turn.
Okay. Managed to save myself for one more turn. Please give me something that's not mana. Hey, it's something that's not mana.
Did you wish you had been more specific?
Yes! Oh, dear.
Yeah, there's a lot of decks that have a discard. Basically, the graveyard is like a second hand, basically, full of lots of bullshit that you can go and pull from. And there's some stuff that will actually let you go fishing in other people's graveyards. It's super rare, but it does happen. It's a lot of fun. More commonly seen in the big 4-player commander games rather than one-on-one, but it still happens.
Okay. First off, pay 2 to cast Vampire's Kiss. You lose 2 life, I gain 2 life.
Okay. First time I've taken damage this go round.
And I create 2 blood tokens.
Cool. Okay, neat.
And then I cast, well, I attempt to cast anyway, because, yeah. Cemetery Gate. It's a 2/1 vampire with first strike. When it enters the battlefield, exile a card from a graveyard. Can I see your graveyard, please?
Sure. Take.
I'm going to exile Baron Bloodcaster.
Yeah, that's what I figured you were gonna do. It flies. Why wouldn't you?
Whenever a player plays a land or casts a spell, if it shares a card type with the exiled card, Cemetery Gatekeeper deals 2 damage to that player.
Ouch. It's a vampire, which is most of my deck. It's vampires and zombies.
That is the kind. This is a creature card.
Oh.
So it's creature, land, instant, sorcery,
Oh,
artifact.
that's bullshit.
Yeah.
I need to kill him.
So creature cards that you cast
Gotcha.
deal 2 damage to you. On the flip side, I am now in top deck mode.
Oh, yay.
And let's see. I'm going to tap 2 mountains, equip one of the knives, one of the ceremonial knives to the Blood Crazed Socialite. It is now a 4/3 that whenever it deals combat damage, create a blood token. Now, it does not specify if it's combat damage to you or to one of your creatures.
Correct.
So, you have enough to kill it. Yep. Enough to kill it. Question is, actually, no, you don't. I'm going to swing with it.
Okay, how much is that?
attack phase, I'm going to sacrifice one of my blood tokens. Make it, give it +2/+2. So it is now a 6/5 with menace.
Gotcha. I take 6.
And I pass the turn. Oh, since it attacked, I get the blood token back. What are life totals? She's at 12. I'm at 4. And she still has lethal on board.
I go ahead and cast my Selhoff Intruder, or Entomber, rather. I'm going to swing with my Zombage.
Okay. Swinging with 5.
Yep.
3/2 and a 2/2.
Yep.
I'm going to block the 3/2 with my 2/1 Gatekeeper. It has first strike, so your zombie dies.
Okay.
Now you have a death trigger.
I do. I get to look at the top card of my library.
Now's when you get to look at the top card.
Hey!
Also, you played a creature card. Take 2 damage.
That's cool.
Let's see.
But
okay.
doesn't he die?
No, because he deals first strike. He has first strike, so his damage goes through first. So if it's a zombie card, you may reveal it and put it in your hand. It's a zombie card, the Repository Scab.
Yep.
Great. And okay. So I still take 2.
Yes.
I am at 2. She's at 10.
I am at 10. Pass the turn.
I don't know how I'm still alive. I really don't. I don't like what that is doing. So I'm tapping 3 swamps and a mountain to cast Bleed Dry on your Bloodseeker.
Okay.
Target creature gets -13/-13. If it dies, it gets exiled.
Cool. There's a lot of effects that will give like plus a certain number or minus a certain number, and if you cast something that gives minus a certain number and it takes them below their toughness, which is their health total, it kills them. Life totals are currently 10 and 2. 10, 2.
Let's see. I'm going to tap 2 mountains to equip the Ceremonial Knife. To equip my other Ceremonial Knife onto my Cemetery Gatekeeper. The Gatekeeper is now 3/1. And I'm going to swing with Blood-Crazed Socialite. Sacrificing a blood token. Give it +2/+2. It's another 6 damage.
Okay.
And it has menace.
I don't have anything to block with. 2, 6.
Gains another blood token because of the ceremonial dagger.
Because of its life choices.
Because of its life choices.
And pass the turn.
And pass the turn. And I think I'm still dead. Let's see. Life totals are now 2, 4.
Oh.
Yes.
That's tapped. That's not.
This is a 3
Gotcha.
with first strike. Ooh, Lawless built his first standard Crimson Vow deck.
Yay! What? Oh, of course, blue black. Shocking.
I'm surprised he didn't go blue red, but yeah, blue black is very good in this.
Oh
format.
yeah, and is it Gerald or whatever his name is? It's Giza's brother. Yeah. Geralt or whatever.
Geralt.
Yeah, that one is some bullshit and I love it. What to do?
Perfectly
Because
honest.
actually, I think I might be dead next turn.
I honestly cannot believe that I've held out this long at this low of a life total.
Well, you've got blockers is my problem. I don't have a lot of stuff that hits hard. And also, how much mana do you have?
I still have yeah.
Total?
Total, I have 4 mountains and 3 swamps because I drew like half of it in the first 4 turns.
I have 4.
You have 3.
I have not drawn land in 5 turns, which is a problem.
Yeah.
I'm no mana fixing. That's what mana fixing is the term for cards that let you go rifling through your library to find yourself mana if you get in a bind. Yeah, I just don't think I have. Let's see. Let's try this.
I mean, I'm in top deck mode, so
repository scab.
I can't go any further. Just trying to keep you in frame.
Repository scab, which is a zombie.
Oh, you take 2.
I take 2. It's a 3/3. And
with exploit.
with
Are
exploit,
you going
I
to
can't.
exploit?
I'm not going to exploit.
Okay.
Because it doesn't do me any good because I'm out of mana.
All right. So you're.
And I am going to swing
A swing with what you can.
what I can.
So you've got a 1/3 and a 2/2. I'm going to block the 2/2 with the gate.
Yep.
Killing the zombie first because the gatekeeper has first strike.
Yep.
And then I take 1.
Yep.
I am at 1.
And you are going to get me on the crackback with the socialite.
Oh my god.
So you win.
Holy shit.
Yep. This deck, there's no synergy with it, so
Yeah.
and also, guess what I never drew?
You never drew your planeswalker.
I never drew the planeswalker.
Oh my god. My next card. Oh no!
Island.
My next card would have been Falcon Wrath Celebrants. Another menace.
Yeah, Sorin was buried at the bottom. So, some of the most powerful cards in the game, Arcane, are called Planeswalkers, which is there's a whole lore thing, and I'm not going to get into it. But they have neat abilities where you can do certain actions, and they uptick what's called their loyalty. And when you get it high enough, you can downtick their loyalty and do really cool things. And I drew, like, one of the most powerful cards in this set, which is the Sorin the Mirthless. Otherwise known as Sorin the anime cutie. It is 2 and 2 black, which is not expensive. And he comes in at loyalty 4, which is also his health total. But you don't use them like you do usual things. The uptick, the make the loyalty counter go up, is look at the top card of your library. If you may reveal that card and put it into your hand. If you do, you lose life equal to its mana total, which is a little bit of a kind of Rakdosy life total as a resource gamble, but it does uptick you. You can downtick for 2 to create a 2/3 black vampire creature token with flying and lifelink, which if you do that, that means you get free. Lifelink is basically vampirism. It's, steal life from either a creature or your opponent, and you get that life back. Or you can downtick 7. Remind you, he starts at 4. Downtick 7, and he deals 13 damage to any target, and you gain 13 life, which could be like a game killer on like turn 4 or 5.
Now,
I never drew him, not either game.
Now, I should point out that Planeswalkers, because of their loyalties, you can only do one of those loyalties per turn. You can do it on the turn that you cast them. They don't attack, so they don't exactly have summoning sickness. But they are also a separate target for your creatures or your spells to attack. So if he comes in at 4, I could throw a 2/2 at it and down tick it to 2 if she doesn't have anything to block. Of course you use Lolth, Al. Lolth is scary good. Oh,
Yeah,
Lolth is
Lolth
so good.
is scary good. We've got her. We've got a couple versions of her, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, good games.
Good game, this Edie.
You had a good deck. Yours actually had synergy, unlike mine.
I had such lucky pulls that I have never had pulls that good.
I had good pulls, but I just had nothing that synergized. There was nothing that was just like, yeah, because sometimes you'll open up your 6-packs and you'll just go, aha, I'm doing lifelink, or aha, I'm doing, is it bullshit? And, all that kind of crap.
See, I lucked out because I had that, like, oh, I need to do stuff that does blood trigger stuff. And I'm honestly, I think I'm going to keep this, build a few more things around it and see what I can really do with it.
I'm going to unsleeve it and go make an actual zombie deck. And an actual vampires deck. I do want to build a Rakdos vampire deck. Vampire aristocrat crunchiness, because there's some fun to be had.
Yeah.
Just not in this pool.
And that's the run of it whenever you do sealed. Sometimes you have really great pulls and sometimes nothing shows up. And
I like that because it's one of those things of like losing doesn't feel bad, because usually it's like, yeah, no, I don't have a great hand, and sometimes you can get lucky. Like I said, I had some great cards, but they weren't synergized with each other. There was not like a machine to turn over and turn the crank on the way it would be with like the life gain counters bullshit or something like that.
That's why I always love sealed, because it's just, okay, here are your packs, play whatever you draw.
Good luck.
It is all based on luck. There's no there is
some skill, but it's the ability to be flexible.
Yeah.
Which my playstyle plays into that pretty well, because I'm not super attached to like, I must have this perfectly working intricate machine. I'm like, I'm gonna play a bunch of cards that do, when creatures enter the battlefield, you gain life, and then I'll do a bunch of creatures that get counters when you gain life, and 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. I'm winning either way, because one will let me hold out until I get the other on board, and the other will probably steamroll you if I can ever get it on board.
Yeah. This was a lot of fun.
This is fun. We should do it next time.
Yeah.
What's the next set?
The next set is going to be Kamigawa Neon Dynasty,
which is cyberpunk, which is weird for these guys. They usually are high fantasy.
I am so here for it though, because it's been a long time since Magic has gone to Kamigawa, so there's been a lot of time that has passed, so we get to see how things have evolved, and I'm so here. Like, cyberpunk is just so my aesthetic. I love it. And
and then after that is the Art Deco.
New Cabrera, I believe it's pronounced. I'm probably butchering that, but it is Art Deco, film noir. It's
crime syndicate type stuff. It's very 1920s, but make it fantasy.
Yeah,
make it fantasy, make it steampunk. I'm here for it.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. So let's go walkies.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, friends. We'll be we will do something like this again next time. Hopefully, maybe. Well, I guess it depends on when Kamigawa comes out.
Well, we can always just save 6 packs
It's very true.
and do a thing.
And we will. Oh, so tomorrow night I've got more of Outer Wilds, and that'll. Oh, I'm so here. Let's see. Gibbeth demands walkies. Next time y'all want to crack stuff, let me know. I'll show up with some of my packs. Oh, fantastic, Lawless. We've still got like 24 packs, so
I still can't fucking believe I pulled
can't believe
Soren
it.
Markov.
So good.
And then promptly never drew him. I mean, that's my luck.
Yeah. But Final Fantasy. Don't worry, Lawless. We will get back to Final Fantasy. I just needed a little bit of a break from the feels. And Echoes of the Eye is really only going to take about 9 or 10 hours to do. So it's just a few episodes to tack on to my Outer Wilds playthrough, and then we'll be back with more Final Fantasy 9.
He just needs a break, so he's gonna go and deal with the scary owl people.
And hopefully there aren't going to be any anglerfish that show up.
I can literally neither confirm nor deny. Because I haven't seen the end.
Great. Okay. Well, thanks everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.
Bye!
Bye!